What's up guys, welcome back to New Age Nerd Culture. Amo and Andy here, and today we are discussing how the hell can the DC save their cinematic universe? Because Andy, anyone of sound peace of mind will tell you that so far it's been utter trash besides Wonder Woman.
Well, the road so far, you've got Man of Steel, which has got its likers, dislikers.
Yeah.
But obviously that's sort of shoehorned in to the DCEU as it is now.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't originally going to be, it was just going to be the path
Standalone.
Standalone, maybe a trilogy, however it was going to roll. Then they ended up forcing it into the Batman vs Superman movie, which then you got tailed off with Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, and do you know what? I didn't mind Justice League that much.
Really?
I actually enjoyed it.
I thought it was utter forgettable trash. But anyway, how can they save it? So I've got a few things here. Do you want to go first, or?
No, go on. I'll tell you what. We'll go
Tit for tat.
shot. Tit for tat. Tit for tat.
Well, first things first. I think be more faithful to the characters themselves and be consistent with them. So, for example, don't let Superman kill.
Yeah.
Don't let Batman kill.
Yes.
Don't give Batman guns.
Better CGI.
For
all of it.
Everything.
Better
okay,
CGI.
Hang on, stick to the point. Let's go for, also, I don't like how they're like sort of shuffling around with their characters. For example, Batman in BVS, super broody. In Justice League,
the original,
super jokey.
The original shoot of Justice League, I would put money on it that he was just exactly the same.
You reckon?
Maybe a touch more comedic. But when Fat Fleck come back, where you can tell with the obviously some of the reshoots, where some of the jokes, I mean the jokes were mishit.
Do you reckon that was a bit of Whedon's influence?
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Yeah. I think what Whedon did. I mean, people I know are negative towards it. Well, you got some that are negative, some that aren't. But I think if Whedon hadn't done it, I don't think that film would have made anywhere near as much money as it did. Though.
Yeah, it's just with the MCU. Yeah. You know each of those characters, like on a very personal level, deep and personal level, because they've been so consistent throughout. You know, Captain America's the Boy Scout. You know exactly how Stark is. You know everyone's little idiosyncrasies. With this, because we've had no development so far, thoroughly, we don't know yet, and the fact they're chopping and changing, it's hard for me to sort of like this version of Batman, especially because he's not broody, he's now jokey, he keeps flip-flopping, and I'm just like, which Batman is this? And what
it's
Batman?
hard to like any of them, because as you say, there's no consistency. The thing that Marvel do a little bit differently is that Marvel have one person at the head of their studio that says how it's going to go.
Yeah.
That's what...
They've definitely winged this so far.
Yeah,
I mean, it's more of a plan now.
It's reactionary.
Yeah.
If you can tell, because every single time when you look at wasn't there 2 or 3 different cuts of Suicide Squad? You had the more serious, you had the more jokey, and they just sort of went with the more jokey because they've seen how well... Was it, well, I can't remember what film was it, Guardians, that they went off the back of it or something like that? That all music and that works. Let's put as many of the latest hits of songs in.
In fairness though, Suicide Squad, best playlist or film soundtrack I think I've seen in quite some time.
No,
so
Guardians.
No, I liked it. Anyway, so how are we going to save it? So anything you add to that? Or anything else you want to throw in there?
Hold that at that point now. I think that's fairly sound. Be consistent. Have a game plan. Because at the minute, as you say, there's no game plan. I mean, they're announcing and cancelling films before they even start production or anything.
I think the current game plan is where they should be going, because they've got individual films for a while now. I think my next point is no more ensemble films for quite some time. Give everyone their own little film. And I don't think they're ready yet. You know how the MCU at the minute, they have little cameos from various people. They're not ready for that yet, DC. We need to develop each individual character in their own little one-shot story first before any sort of cameos are being made. We're not there yet, DC.
I think the big problem they'll need to do is the simple formula for most things with trilogies and such. Is obviously you save your neighbourhood, you save the city, and then you save the world. They went straight to save the world, and so they literally left them nowhere to go. They've gone straight out the cage, swinging for the fences, and they missed, didn't they? So I think they need to be a little bit more. What I'd like to see is smaller stories. The next bunch, smaller stories. Don't necessarily even just dig into the. I mean, let's face it. There's how much backstory of history of the comic books that you could use. Try being a little bit original. That's exactly what I've got down here. My next point is don't be Marvel. Yes. Because Marvel have nailed being Marvel. Let's be different. DC are darker, they're different. Let's go with that. And what I think they should do is just tell the stories of some of the best comics ever told for each of those characters. They've got, like you said, a huge backlog. And I've got a few notes down here of what they should actually go for. So Batman. Fire them out. Batman, Hush. I just want the Hush story to be told. It's one of the best Batman comics ever written. However,
I thought about The Killing Joke, which is the best Joker story ever told, and if Leo DiCaprio, if the rumour comes true that he is going to be the next Joker, he would absolutely nail that role. And I'd just love to see that happen.
He's too big of a face. I think the big problem they've
got... What's wrong with that? What was wrong with that?
Because I think that's where they've gone wrong as well. They put too many faces in there.
But Marvel have many faces.
They have, but some of them were made by Marvel. Chris Hemsworth was made by Marvel.
Maybe.
Thor.
Yeah.
I mean,
Chris RDJ was, you know, a bit of a superstar.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, what had he done for the 10 years previous?
True.
He was quiet. I mean, Chris Pratt was a fat dude on the TV show. Who else? I mean, Batista wasn't an actor really. He did a few little films.
It's all perfect casting though, isn't it?
Oh, they've got the right cast.
But this is perfect casting though. Can you imagine DiCaprio as the Joker?
I can't actually, no.
You know that bit in Django where he just goes a bit mental with the blood and stuff?
Yeah.
Can you not just see that as being like... the Joker mannerisms are like, the base is there, people. So I'd like to see that. Flash, this is the tricky one because they're planning Flashpoint Paradox, aren't they?
I think they're planning something because obviously Ben Affleck's not going to be Batman for much longer. And did you hear who they want?
Go on.
It's Jack Gyllenhaal.
Oh, Gyllenhaal. No, I'll be right with that.
Oh no.
Nah, I'll be right.
No.
Who else is there? Oh, John Hamm.
Not John Hamm.
Or Harvey Specter. Harvey Specter from Suits, if you bulked up a little bit.
No, he's Harvey Specter. I mean, obviously, not everybody will know what Suits, but I don't know. He's a bit too clean cut.
You reckon?
I don't think you'd believe. I mean, he's a little bit intimidating in some sense where he threatens to punch people in suits. But he's in a suit and he's not going to punch anyone. He might do every now and then, but I mean, I can't imagine him fighting Bane on top of a rooftop with the rain pouring down. It's a life and death situation.
Yeah.
I can't see, you know what I mean, that type of bloke. I think he needs someone with more of a present through the eyes. That's what Batman is. It's the jaw in the eyes, really, in the presence, and what Batman voice we're going to hear this time.
Yeah. Anyway, Flash story.
The
issue is that the TV universe has kind of done a lot of the good ones.
Yes.
So Flashpoint is the best Flash story I think ever told.
Well,
second to that is Flash of Two Worlds, which they've kind of already done as well. So
I don't know where
to go with Flash.
I know what I'd do.
You'd merge.
I know what I would do. Yes.
This is my third point.
I would use... Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine.
I hope you haven't written down what I've thought.
Go
on. I've got the perfect person for Batman.
Oh, go on.
And I think I should use Flashpoint and his dad, so Jeffrey Dean Morgan should be new Batman. Bruce got killed and his mom should become the Joker. I reckon a big fat spin on it.
That's good writing, that is, Andy. That is good writing.
That's what I'd do, because Jeffrey Dean Morgan is an instant name that you could probably put in that you wouldn't automatically think of because he's already obviously been in the B versus S.
Yeah.
And that's the direction I think.
So that means Flash and Batman are kind of sorted with their sort of story arcs, even though that kind of disagrees with my point of having no cameos in any future films. But I like that. So we'll ruin that rule for a second there. Aquaman, I think. There's a story called The Search for Mera, which I think is really cool because it's Mera gets kidnapped by, I think, Black Manta, and then Black Manta uses that opportunity to then take over Atlantis. I know that could be the damsel in distress trope, but you can introduce Aqualad, who's a huge like Teen Titans fan favourite, and also Aquagirl. That could balance that out because the story's quite good about him going off, saving his wife, then coming back, having a huge end battle sequence in Atlantis against Black Manta. That could work really well as a standalone Aquaman film.
That'd be cool.
That's one for that.
Because it's I can't remember who's actually doing the Aquaman film, but I do know that from the sound of it, he's been on it from the beginning. The director from I can't remember his name. It is apologies for that.
Is it Fast and Furious guy?
Yes.
Justin Lin.
No,
is it?
No, it's something like that. I can't remember.
Anyway,
I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But he seems to have been on it from the beginning, and that's what worked well for Wonder Woman because she was on it from the beginning, directed it from start to finish, got left alone from what I can sort of half gather. And I think that's the thing, you need to be left alone, get a good director in, leave them alone, let them make the film. And I love Jason Momoa's Aquaman. I did enjoy. Justice League, yeah. I enjoyed Justice League. I hated Batman vs Superman. Hated it. Thought it was an awful film. There's big problems with Justice League, but I had fun watching it. That's the important thing. If I go into a film and I have fun watching it, it doesn't matter if there's big loopholes.
Watch out for the tapping on there. Sorry.
Go on. There's big holes in it. Yes, Henry Cavill's face was ridiculous when you could still see the moustache.
Yeah.
You had I mean the other box stuff was good. It worked well. I love the fact that the Green Lantern was in there. But the CGI and a lot of it was pretty poor. I mean the one or two of the scenes, it literally looked like out of the video game. Justice League Gods Among Us.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But it it headed in the right direction. It was fun. It was dark and fun at the same time.
What about Cyborg? What would you do Cyborg? Because my issue with that is all of his best stories are in Teen Titans, involve Teen Titans.
Yeah, but you don't. You can use the book's inspiration. I think that's all you got to do. Inspiration. Take it and go with it. Let the creative juices go. Because let's face it, if you constrain everything, there's no flow. And then you need the books are the books. Don't get weighed down 100. I mean, if they go completely against something in the books, then that's a different thing.
Yeah.
They'll go, no, that's not right. But let it naturally grow. Because let's face it, if you're in the cinema, you don't want to know what's coming next. You want a bit of surprise. Exactly. You want a bit of the anticipation going, what is going to happen now?
Like Watchmen, just everything was solidly to the literature apart from the ending, which was I quite liked. So
yeah, well, that was a nice little spin on the end. But I just think,
right, 2 characters left.
Go.
Shazam.
The Rock.
So my plan. Isn't no? He's Black Adam.
Oh, he is, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
this is my plan. So Shazam's New 52 is actually pretty cool. He's like not a sort of goody two shoes kid. He's an obnoxious 15-year-old orphan.
Cool.
So he's really angsty, and like I've just got an image in my mind of him having some really cool interactions with Damian Wayne as he gets introduced like later in life. See how I'm planning stuff, DC. Planning shit.
Yeah.
So
the thing is that you guarantee they'd put something like that for as like a little Easter egg for in the future, and they'd forget they'd done it.
Yeah, true. True, very true. And the last one is Green Lanterns. What should we do?
Oh, they should full go. Don't come anywhere near Earth for it. For the first one, they should stay completely out there, and we should have a look at deep space.
They've done the right thing by going for the corpse.
Yeah,
this is good.
Yeah,
but I think have
blow it
John
up
Stewart as the main Lantern, or at least have him and Hal in equal sort of weight as the lead characters, and have them be like either competitive buddy cop kind of thing. I think.
Or you could have like they're in the Green Lantern's home world, and there's just a picture of Ron Reynolds, rest in peace, Hal Jordan, on the wall. And then they just go from there, we take inspiration from that dog shit film.
I think Deadpool will be doing that in the second film.
Yeah, there's a fair shout.
That's how I think I'd say this. So be more faithful to the characters, be consistent, be different than the MCU.
Yes.
Just go wacky, be like that weird X-Men horror film coming out. Just do weird stuff like that. And no more ensemble films for a while. And just get the best one-shots or best story arcs in comic history and just give the fans what they want. But that's what we think, guys. What do you think? Let us know your comments below or email us at newagenerdculture@gmail.com. We'll be answering any of your questions there or any topics you want us to cover. Let us know. All our social media links will be in the description or whatever. Like us everywhere. Until then,
keep on flying.